Hi everyone, welcome to this edition of the Broadcast, where we give you bite-sized bits of best practices to help you be a better leader and a more effective communicator. Earlier this week, we posed this discussion question. The question is, when you're being interviewed by a reporter, should you look at the camera lens or should you look at the reporter? You gave us some great observations this week. The first one comes from Jason. Jason says, look at the reporter, always. Jason reminds us that you want to treat it like it's a conversation with just one person. Tom Morris echoes that sentiment, says, remember it's an interview and the only time that you would look at the camera lens is if you had to make a plea to the viewer. Janae agrees. She says, never look at the camera unless you're doing what's known as a talkback in a studio with an anchor. And to that extent, Scott agrees and says, if you're doing a satellite interview, then you would look directly in the camera. So to clarify, if you're doing a satellite interview or if you're sitting in another room of the studio, it is okay to look at the camera lens. Usually what you're going to see is the anchor is going to appear on this side of the screen and you're going to appear on this side of the screen. And in this case, you're theoretically talking directly to the anchor who is sitting at the side of you. But in a normal interview, especially for a pre-recorded package, if the reporter is standing off to the side of the lens, you make eye contact directly with the reporter. Now, keep in mind that sometimes these days there is no reporter. It's just a photographer asking you questions. If that's the situation, the photographer is going to probably be on one side or the other of the camera, and you simply look directly at the photographer or whoever is asking you the questions. I hope that helps you. This is one of the most frequently asked questions I get when I'm teaching media training, which is where to look. And if you're not sure, ask just before the interview begins. We will see you back here on the Broadcast next week. Always remember that you can connect with us, follow us, and like our videos on our YouTube channel, The Broadcast. You can tweet to us at GBro, and you can connect with me and get into a more extensive conversation and debate on LinkedIn at Jarrett Bro. For The Broadcast, I'm Jarrett Bro.